Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling completely seen, understood, and somehow changed? That rare encounter where time seemed to stand still, where you felt truly connected to another human being in a way that lingered with you for days, weeks, even years afterward. Think about it for a moment. These conversations are rare, so rare that when they happen, we hold on to them like precious gems in the treasure chest of our memory. And yet, most of us have no idea why these moments happen or how to create them intentionally. We stumble into meaningful connections by accident and then wonder why most of our interactions feel so shallow, so forgettable, so empty. In dating and relationships, this disconnect becomes even more painful. We swipe endlessly, engage in the same predictable small talk, and walk away feeling nothing. We sit across from potential partners, desperate for that spark, that moment of genuine connection, but we don't know how to kindle it. Why is that? The truth is, unforgettable conversations aren't random acts of interpersonal magic. They're the result of specific psychological dynamics that most people never learn. And today, I want to break down exactly what makes these moments so powerful and how you can create them intentionally in your dating life. Let's start with what's really happening beneath the surface when two people truly connect. Most conversations operate at the level of information exchange. What do you do? Where are you from? What are your hobbies? But unforgettable conversations dive beneath this surface level into something much deeper, emotional resonance. When you resonate emotionally with someone, you're no longer just exchanging facts. You're sharing parts of your inner world that rarely see the light of day. Your fears, your hopes, the experiences that shaped you, the questions that keep you up at night. Pause for a moment and consider, when was the last time you felt truly seen in a conversation? Not just heard, but deeply understood. For many of us, these moments are painfully rare. We've been conditioned to keep conversations safe, predictable, and ultimately forgettable. We hide behind our social masks, terrified of what might happen if we let someone see beneath them. This fear isn't irrational. Vulnerability carries real risk. Opening up means exposing yourself to potential judgment, rejection, or worse, indifference. And so we play it safe. We stick to the script. We talk about the weather, our jobs, our weekend plans, anything but what's really alive in us. But here's the paradox. The very vulnerability we fear is precisely what creates unforgettable connection. When you dare to step beyond the script of conventional conversation, something remarkable happens. You create space for the other person to do the same. And in that shared vulnerability, real connection becomes possible. Think about the most memorable conversations you've had with someone you were attracted to. I bet they weren't about favorite movies or travel destinations. They were the moments where one of you took a risk, where the conversation ventured into unexpected territory, where something real was at stake. So how do we create these moments intentionally? The first key is present, true present. Most of us think we're present in conversations, but we're not. We're planning what to say next. We're evaluating how we're being perceived. We're thinking about that text we need to respond to, or that meeting tomorrow, or whether our hair looks okay. Real presence means bringing your full attention to this moment, this person, this exchange. It means listening, not just to respond, but to understand. It means noticing the subtle shifts in their expression, the things they light up about, the places where their voice gets quiet or their eyes look away. When you're truly present with someone, they can feel it. It's like suddenly being bathed in warm sunlight after standing in the shade. We are so rarely given someone's complete, undivided attention that when it happens, it feels extraordinary. The second key is curiosity. Not the performative curiosity of interview questions, but genuine wonder about another human being's inner world. Most dating conversations are predictable because they follow well-worn paths. They stay safely on the highways of social convention rather than venturing down the side streets where the interesting stuff lives. Unforgettable conversations happen when you follow your authentic curiosity, when something they say sparks a genuine question in you, when you're not trying to impress or extract information, but simply exploring together. Ask the questions you actually want to know the answers to. What lights them up? What are they struggling with right now? What do they believe about the world that most people don't? What experiences shaped them into who they are today? The third key is emotional courage, the willingness to share your truth, even when it feels risky. This doesn't mean dumping all your problems on a first date. It means being willing to drop the performance and speak from a place of authenticity. It means acknowledging when something touches you. It means being willing to disagree respectfully rather than nodding along to keep things comfortable. When you demonstrate emotional courage, you give the other person permission to do the same. You create a container where real connection becomes possible. I remember a first date where, instead of sticking to the usual script, I shared something I was genuinely struggling with at the time, feeling pulled between my creative ambitions and the security of my day job. It wasn't planned or strategic. It was just what was alive in me in that moment. What followed was one of the most meaningful conversations of my life. She opened up about her own struggles with choosing between passion and practicality. We explored our fears, our dreams, the expectations that weighed on her. 2 hours felt like minutes. There was no performance, no games, just two humans seeing and being seen. That conversation formed the foundation of a relationship that, while it didn't last forever, changed both of us in profound ways. The fourth key is perhaps the most counterintuitive: comfortable silence. In our anxiety to keep conversations flowing, we often rush to fill any silence that emerges. But the most unforgettable conversations include moments of quiet. Not awkward pauses, but comfortable silence where what's been shared can land and resonate. When you're comfortable with silence, you communicate something powerful. I'm not here to perform. I'm here to connect. I don't need to fill every moment with words. I can simply be with you. These silences create space for deeper reflection, for the emergence of thoughts and feelings that might otherwise remain buried beneath the surface of constant chatter. The fifth and final key is what psychologists call limbic resonance, the synchronization of our emotional states that happens when we truly connect with another person. When two people are tuned to each other's emotional states, something magical happens. Our nervous systems literally come into alignment. Heart rates synchronize, brainwave patterns begin to mirror each other. We feel a sense of harmony and understanding that goes beyond words. This isn't mystical, it's biological. We are wired for connection at the most fundamental level. When we drop our masks and allow ourselves to be affected by another person, our bodies respond. We feel it as chemistry, as that indefinable click that tells us we've found someone who gets us. So how do you put all this together to create unforgettable conversations in your dating life? Start by releasing the need to impress. The performance mindset is the enemy of genuine connection. Instead of trying to seem interesting, be interested. Instead of crafting the perfect response, listen with your whole being. Practice vulnerability in small, appropriate doses. Share something real about yourself, then give them space to reciprocate if they choose. Don't force intimacy, but open the door to it. Follow the energy of the conversation rather than a mental script. Notice what topics create a spark, what causes their eyes to light up, what they lean forward to hear more about. Go there, even if it's not where conversations usually go. Be willing to go deeper than feels comfortable. Ask the second question, then the third. Move beyond facts to feeling, beyond opinions to the experiences that shape them. And perhaps most importantly, be present for the ride. The magic of unforgettable conversations is that they can't be fully planned or controlled. They emerge in the space between two people who are willing to be real with each other, to venture beyond the safety of small talk into the rich, unpredictable territory of genuine human connection. The beautiful truth is that we all crave these deeper connections. Behind our carefully maintained facades, we all want to be seen, understood, and accepted for who we really are. When you create conversations that satisfy this profound human need, you become unforgettable. Not because you said all the right things or followed some perfect conversational formula, but because you created a space where both of you could momentarily drop the masks we all wear and remember what it feels like to be human together. That, ultimately, is what makes a conversation and a connection truly unforgettable. So the next time you're sitting across from someone you're interested in, take a deep breath. Set aside your rehearsed stories and clever lines. Look them in the eyes and ask yourself, what would it be like to have a real conversation right now? What would it be like to create a moment neither of us will forget? And then take the leap.